And with the arrival of Mr. Wonderbread on that tiny Repsol bike, it's time to get down to business. Welcome to the channel, folks. Today we are diving headfirst into the pure chaos of the Mini Moto Olympic obstacle track. These riders are pushing these mini bikes to the absolute limit, but also their talents as a rider. So let's see who can actually make it through. And here we go with the first one. This one sure has a nice little growl. Oh, he missed. Of course, with the nice little growl, I meant the bike, not the rider. Now you may wonder, well, how difficult can that really be? They're pretty small bikes. Well, sometimes the smaller bike is harder than a bigger bike with a bigger front wheel. But anyways, the big challenge also comes in here. They have to throw things or pick things up with their throttle hand, which is the right hand on a motorbike. That's where your throttle sits, traditionally that is, and that makes it very difficult to keep your balance. And you should also not put your feet down here. He just cheats a little bit, I guess, just makes it easier on himself. But you are supposed to balance and adjust your speed so you can pick it up and position it where it needs to be, all without ever putting your feet down to the ground.
It's close. We're through the minefield here.
Now later on in the video, they're gonna have you see it a little bit here to the right side with the circle with the pylons. They have to drive an inner and an outer circle, which is a little bit challenging for some as well.
Last year's champion on the double.
They have a couple bikes here for show and shine. If I would have to pick a number, maybe it was 10, maybe 15 bikes, but you can admire them as well. This reminds me actually here, real quick, on a moped from Europe, and then of course this iconic little Honda here. Well, it looks like they're not quite ready. Let's call it a roundabout here. So we'll switch back and check out a couple more over here with trying to throw this plastic ring or plastic tube or whatever it is over the cone, which is a little bit difficult because it's kind of light, and as I mentioned before, that balancing act. Here he picks up the tennis ball. That worked out very well. Drops it on the next one. Look at that, he's a pro, no problem. Now he scoops up with his right foot the cones. Now let's check out a few things over here. She has to drive over that board straight, just like that. That worked out very nice.
Just a reminder, Ashley never rode this bike until this morning. She's gonna tackle cone.
And the struggle is real. Look at that. It's not that easy as it looks. Now, as you can see, they're mini bikes. They're a little bit bigger bikes as well, and of course some scooters. And then especially with the circle, the inner and outer circle, we just caught a glimpse, which I'll have a bit more coverage of it. Some do very well and some have a mighty struggle with getting through that, but the point I'm also trying to make, some have big bikes and they just fly through it.
Karim is a longtime member of the Mini Moto Mob, comes out on Fridays all the time. Last year he missed the Olympics because of injury, so this is a story of redemption. He's here and he is looking to win. On deck, I got the 042 and 009.
Alright, let's switch back and see how that one is doing in that roundabout.
This is one of those things, this is why you don't come back for a second year. Torture in the circle. I got it.
Oops, that didn't quite go as planned. As I said, bike size does matter, but also does your talent. Oh, how about we just call him Mr. Mayhem? No, he's just getting frustrated, I think, and just mows everything down. Now this is a bit of a bigger bike, kind of a dirt bike style. But you can see he's a pretty good rider. Look at that, how he goes through this inner circle and then the outer. Wow, very good. The point is driving over the board, not along the board. But anyways. There we go. Not too bad at all.
That drum sounds hot. He's coming through. Up on the board now.
I think he's doing quite well as well. No foot touchdown, no pylons got knocked over, so that's pretty good. Oops, just about lost his balance. Let's see how that works in here. I think pretty good. Perhaps I should also mention this is a Calgary event, and it did take place in the Cycle Works, that's a motorcycle business, in their parking lot.
That might be the best day of the day. He's not making it look pretty, but he's making it.
Now we're going to get into a couple scooters. Now that's a bit of a smaller one, but there's I think 2 of them coming up, and they're just kind of flying through, especially the one, considering it's actually a pretty big bike. You can't consider them anymore mini bikes, but more to that when we get there. By the way, they also offered, it's all cleaned up, actually the stands are still there, they also offered hot dogs and cookies, coffee, I think some cool pop, stuff like that, and if you're hungry, need a quick snack, available as well. Now here we get into the scooters, and as I said, these are not mini bikes anymore, but look how he's flying. big machine to maneuver around this circle, let me tell you. Clearly knows his scooter and has the talent. As we slowly near the end of this little event, I hope you truly enjoyed it. If you have questions or anything, you know where to find me in the comments. And please check back in again next week with another adventure. It may not be motorcycle related, but in any case, I would be happy to have you back.